help celebrate our release of the vintage penny humbucker helper copper guitar pick, I'm giving away a 1/10 of an ounce silver guitar pick to one of the next 100 people to order and leave a review on their copper humbucker helper. Exclusive on Reverb. Click below.
Hey y'all, it's Shitpost Friday.
Hello everybody, Brad the Guitologist here. Time for Shitpost Friday. This Shitpost Friday, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on the news. I do have one piece of news I wanted to get to. Paul Raymond of the great band UFO passed away a week or so ago, a little over a week ago I think. He was the keyboardist of that band and also the sometime rhythm guitar player. And his death marked a kind of a premature end for UFO, who was on a farewell world tour, and they had just come off the Irish leg of this world tour and were gonna do some other dates, and but since the passing of Phil Raymond, I think they've gone ahead and called it quits. So that is not only the end of Paul Raymond, but it's also the end of UFO as a band. I have quite a few of their albums that I've kind of racked up over, particularly the last few years, as I've really gotten into UFO. Just a really underrated band, and it's sad that they're no longer there, that I'm not going to be able to go see UFO, and I'm not going to be able to see maybe that Michael Schenker reunion possibly, you know, someday. But, you know, we do have the albums, and Paul Raymond will certainly be missed, as will UFO. In a couple of bits of channel news, I first wanted to congratulate my friend Chris Kroger over at ABBA's music store. I did a video on their music store the other day, and he said that since he's been pretty inundated with calls from around the country about certain things that were seen in that video, and he said, thanks a lot, Brad, you could have at least warned me. Because I didn't tell him exactly when I was putting the video up or anything. I guess I just kind of sprang it on him. But he even said that one of the people from Joe Bonamassa's camp had reached out to him about one of the. He said one of the guitars. I can only presume it's the 63 Strat that I looked at there. But yeah, pretty cool. You know, and it's just a reminder that, you know, there are a lot of people who watch these Shitpost Fridays. There are a lot of people who watch my videos in general, I think, and you never know who's going to be watching. Also, some of you guys might remember the video I put out on how to make your own bias probes. Well, one of the subscribers to the channel, Detroit Wrecker, has built one of these and put it to use on biasing one of his amps, and he made a video about it.
I want to again say thank you to Brad the Guitologist for helping me out here. I went ahead and built a bias probe for about $5. Yes, that's a Harbor Freight meter, and I've checked it with a few other meters, but it's pretty damn close.
I just wanted to congratulate him on successfully making one of the things, and it looks like you're getting your amp bias there. I thought this might be a good time to show you another way to make one of those. In that video, I showed how to make one using a broken tube base. So what you would have to do is you would have to actually you know, break the glass on a tube and clean it all up and use the leftover base of the tube to make your bias probe out of. Well, this is going to simplify things quite a bit if you go and get one of these. Now, it's going to up the cost of your probe just slightly, but you can get one of these things. And what this is a it's just basically like a socket. It's like an empty socket that you can get. And you can get these from Antique Electronic Supply, and I'm sure other parts houses will have them as well. But actually, this is a pretty good way to go because these pins are completely hollow. And what you can do is you can cut some lengths of wire, and you can just stick them all the way down inside the pins, and you can solder directly onto the pins then. So you just put your soldering iron on the pin itself and heat it up while you feed the solder in down in the top, and it will kind of wick its way down, and it will solder a piece of wire to that. So that's an easier way of making one of those probes. Also, I wanted to give you a little bit of a rundown of the math that you're going to want to use when you use one of these probes. In his video, you can see he was getting a couple of readings, okay? He's getting a bias reading of about 36 milliamps, okay? You can convert milliamps to amps by essentially moving the decimal place over 3 places. So that would end up being 0.036 amps. So 0.036 amps And if you take that figure and if you multiply that by the plate voltage that you get off of that probe, and I show you how to measure plate voltage as well. So you have the two pieces of information that you need in order to calculate plate dissipation. And for a typical 6L6 tube, the maximum plate dissipation is about 30 watts. You can pretty much say, as a rule of thumb, you want to take about 70% of your maximum plate dissipation. Okay, so in this case it's 30 watts. We will take that times 0.7. That's going to give us 70%, which is about 21 watts. In his case, it was about 16.48 watts for his particular readings. You can see that that's well below the 21 watts that he could dial this thing up to if he wanted to. Now, there's a couple of things to consider here. One, how is he using the amp? Is he taking the amp out, on a stage where he needs the maximum amount of headroom possible? And if so, he needs to dial that thing up so that he gets a plate dissipation closer to 21 watts per tube. However, if he's just playing in his bedroom and he likes to play quietly a lot, or if he likes early breakup on his amplifier, he could probably leave it about where it is, or even make it a little bit colder than that. And he would get earlier breakup, and it would be at quieter, more bedroom type volumes. Now that is, that's going to change the way the amp behaves. It's going to change the way it responds. But that's something that you can definitely experiment with, and that's also something that these bias probes, if you do make one, can help you kind of suss out, what sort of dissipation level do you like your output being at, and this just makes it a little bit easier for you to measure that, and a little bit easier for you to adjust it on the fly, particularly if you have amplifiers that have bias pots that are easily accessible. Now, this, again, as with pretty much everything I do on this channel that's technically related, this is not dummy proof stuff. You could kill yourself with one of these bias probes, so don't do that. You just need to be careful with this kind of stuff, because there's high voltages at play, and if you do make one of these, do so at your own risk. I'm only showing you how to make a tool, and you can use it any way you want, so do be careful. Alright guys, that's about all I wanted to talk about for the news this week. I'll be back with some more news next week. I want to open some packages for you guys. I've gotten a lot of cool things. I actually filmed more last week than I actually got to show you guys, just due to time constraints. I wasn't able to edit it all down. So I'm going to show you guys now some things that I've opened recently, and there's a couple real gems in here, so check it out. Let's see. I forget what he said he was going to send me. It's always interesting to try to remember this stuff, because it's been so long since I talked to some particular dude, and it's almost like Christmas, because I don't know what I'm getting here at all. Well, we've got some kind of electronic device. We've got a power cord here. Was this another one of the, those? Oh, we got something here too. See, I always open my packages from the bottom too. Oh, John, I'm sorry. It's not Jim, it's John. John and Cindy Boucher, okay. We hope you enjoy, let's see what it says. We hope you enjoy the work we sent you. Also enclosed are a few guitar picks, each stamped Japan, extras from my collection of picks. Have a great day, John and Cindy. Man, I appreciate that, John and Cindy. Thank y'all. The bulb is the one that was loose and bouncing around inside the metronome. Okay, so that tells me exactly what it is. It's a metronome. Yeah, it smells old school too. It has that smell of like an estate sale. You know what I mean? Selmer Metronoma. So this is actually a tube metronome. This is made by Selmer in Elkhart, Indiana. Very interesting. Well, does this have a 2051 tube in it? Volume. We have a volume control. And he said the light. That's the tape to this. There's a light right there, and I've got plenty of those. No big deal. I guess that goes here probably. I've got plenty of these. It's just a standard neon light. So we will replace that, no problem. I wonder what else is wrong. I'm almost half tempted to even just plug it in. I think he said it didn't work when we talked, if I remember correctly. It's been a little bit. Like I said, these have kind of piled up, and I've been meaning to get to them. And I've been on hiatus for Ship Post Fridays the past few weeks. And what do we have here? Oh, Japan. Yeah, that one is marked Japan. Interesting. That's cool. Oh, there's an Aria Pro 2 one. That's cool too. Ooh, I like that one. Is this one marked Japan also? It looks like it might be. It's marked something. There we go. Yeah, it's stamped Japan. So these probably came with like, they might have come with like Teiscos or something like that. You know, old Kawai guitars or something. They might have come as a package. That one obviously is not. That's an Aria Pro 2. So that one's, you know, surely from the 70s or 80s. But that one right there looks older. That one to me looks like that might be 60s. This thing, that's cool too. That's stamped Japan also. Cool, man. I've got more picks for my pick collection that I never use. since I always pick with my fingers. Let's see. This cord does not look like it's in real bad shape. So I'm real, just out of sheer curiosity here. Okay. And it seems to be completely dead. It's not even drawing any power. So I would say it doesn't have a tube. That's my guess. Let's see. I don't know if there was anything else. I guess there is. Here we go. It's a tube. It's a VT109 Kinrad tube. Okay, that probably goes inside of here, I'm guessing. Okay, so I think this thing is on, and it's just dead. So, I don't know, something's not right. Could be a tube, could be the power switch, could be, I don't know, could be just about anything, I suppose. There isn't much to it. There's almost nothing to it, actually. Extremely interesting volume pot. Or, it's not even a pot, it's a, I guess it's a capacitor. Some kind of capacitor. I'm hearing some occasional clicks though, and that's warm. The tube's warm. I'm hearing an occasional click, so I wonder if it's just really slow. Maybe I've just got it dialed all the way down and it's extremely slow. Let's see. There we go. Very interesting sound. Okay, I see what it's doing. It's an electromagnet. Check this shit out. So it's got an oscillator. Here's what I'm guessing what this thing is and what it does. Okay. See, look. The oscillator is electronic. So that's taken care of by the tube, but the actual noise is physical. And it is made with an ingenious, look at this, it's made with this little ingenious inductor right here, which has a magnetic top, and it's drawn to the back plate. You can actually make the two things touch, or you can back it off. Look at this. And that actually works very well. That works extremely well. So you've got an oscillator, which is the tube. The tube oscillates, and it oscillates at a given frequency, which is controlled obviously by the pot on the front. And then you've got this transformer, and it looks like this is hooked up to the transformer like a speaker would be, more or less. So this is taking the place of a speaker coil. So it is actually, you know, that's where your impulses are coming in, right there. That's the output, essentially. And they probably could have replaced that with a speaker, and it would have, but then they wouldn't have been able to put this ingenious mechanical volume control thing here. So it's like the tighter this gets, kind of the more energy it's putting into the little sounding board. There's like, it's basically exactly what it is. See, it's a little wooden sounding board right there. That is absolutely ingenious. That is so cool. Awesome. Very cool, John and Cindy. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. All right, well, I had already started editing the Shitpost Friday, and I had a few late arrivals, so I thought I would go ahead and open these as well. This package is from Timothy Horan, Big Star and How They Got There in an Alternative Universe. But yeah, I have actually seen this video before. I watched this, I think, on Netflix, something like that. This is actually a really interesting documentary. If you guys haven't seen it, see if it's still on Netflix. It might be. It was either that or Amazon where I saw this. But yeah, it's cool to have things on DVD because I think I'm actually going to drop my Netflix here pretty soon. But that's very cool, Timothy. I appreciate that. Let's see. See what he writes here. Gift for the Easter season. Kick out the jams. Bang a gong. Get it on. Let's see what we've got here. I think these are LPs, obviously. Yeah, cool. I did not have this album, and I'm so glad to have it now. That is cool. Yeah, this is a great band. I really enjoyed, like I said, I watched the DVD documentary on Netflix, and I did really enjoy that documentary and have been meaning to pick up these albums, and I had not, and I'm glad I had not picked them up yet. And I think this might be the other one. At least I think that's what he said he had sent. Yep. So there's the first and second Big Star records. The thing about this band was they were kind of close to being famous, but they never quite hit it big, and it's just like one thing led to another, and they had kind of just a real hard road to hoe. I think one of the guys became like a drug addict or whatever, and just, you know, they never just quite hit their stride, even though their music was great. You know, there was always something in the way of them breaking through to a larger, you know, massive audience. And but apparently, like later on in the 80s and 90s, people would pick these albums up, you know, in Goodwills and all that kind of stuff, secondhands and everything, and discover them for the first time, and so they kind of became like a cult band, more or less. But yeah, thank you so much, Tim. I appreciate that, dude. That's very, very cool of you. I'm definitely going to enjoy those. I might even give them a spin here in just a few minutes. Thank you. One more package this week. This one is from Daniel Neese of Hazard, Kentucky. It says, Brad, enjoy some folk music from us here in Hazard, Kentucky. This CD is my wife, Elaine, and I. I really enjoy all your videos. Hope this finds you and yours well. Feel free to use any of our music if you need it for background, etc. Daniel, I appreciate the offer, but as a strict rule, I have not been doing that. Anytime anybody offers me to do that, and the reason is because there may come a day when your CD actually may be picked up by, you know, some kind of company or something. They will go in and monetize it with YouTube. I've actually had that happen with one of my friends' music. He is kind of an indie, he's really underground too. He's like an indie music guy. And I played one of his records that he had given me and thinking, oh, you know, this will be copyright free for sure, you know. But then I played it, and I got a copyright claim from his publishing. So I was like, whoops. So yeah, I've just made it kind of a rule not to do that, even though you have given me permission, obviously. It's just more of a headache than it's worth, and I will definitely check this out, man, and let you know what I think. Let's see. What's the name of your group here? Both Sides Now, Broken Promises. Very cool, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Daniel. So you say this is folky. Yeah, it's probably going to be something I'll like then. I like a lot of folk music, man, as you guys already know. That's how I kind of learned to finger pick, is a lot of just by doing a lot of folk type stuff. Wow, that looks awesome. Look at that. Native Sons Goods, if you guys don't already know, is a sponsor of mine. They've been a sponsor for a good long while, on and off, and the best woven straps I can honestly say that I have ever laid eyes or hands on. And now they have 3-inch straps. So Brandy, who is the owner of Native Sons, has sent me these 2 straps. There's 2 of them in here, and I thought we would experience opening these up together and check out the 3-inch straps that they're doing now. The thing about these Native Sons, just everything about it, the packaging, even the packaging, she's done like, she does the like Etsy kind of stuff. So, you know, I mean, if you order one of these as like a gift for somebody, it's an experience opening it. The way that she does it's like really just Etsy-ish, you know, and really fiddly. Like, she pays close attention to all this stuff. Where most people might just throw it in a package, she's got like a stamp, you know, real nice, just real nice, neat stuff, the way she does it. And, okay, so there's an inner package and an outer package. Let's open package number 1. This one is, I don't know if you can see it or not very well, Imperial Red, and it is, okay, so that's the style. The style is Imperial Red. So if you go to their website, you'll be able to see this, but let's see what I mean. It's just like, it's just a neat little package. It's got black leather, and you can see the options here that she offers. Black leather with natural hemp backing, which I love the hemp backing. Here is real cool little embossed tag, which is a nice little addition. She's already sent me 2 straps before to check out on the channel, and I've kept all this packaging just because it's so cool that she just takes the time to do all of this, you know. And it's like I said, it's just like unwrapping a gift. What's great about 3-inch straps is that when you put them on your shoulder, they actually will spread the load of a guitar, especially if you have a real heavy guitar. It's going to spread the load further across your shoulder than if you had a regular 2-inch strap. It'll be a lot more comfortable if you have something like a heavy Les Paul to use a 3-inch strap rather than a 2-inch strap. So if you're having problems, especially if you're also a singer, if you play a heavy guitar and you're also the singer and you find that, you know, the guitar prevents you from being able to breathe properly while you're on stage, it could be beneficial to get that 3-inch strap and spread that load a little bit more, and it will actually allow you to breathe a little bit better as well. I have found personally. But let's see what this one looks like. I'm excited to see this one. She asked me to choose one of them, and I did. This is the one that I chose, and wow. Wow. Let me get you guys in closer, hang on. But you can see what I mean. Even if this packaging, you know, got damp or something on the way, even if the outer packaging got damp, it's not going to penetrate the inner packaging. And then she's even wrapped this in plastic to prevent any kind of moisture getting to it. Just like I said, just really, really conscious of details. We got a little thank you card. And she would love to see a photo to get into the gallery. Also, you guys, as a reminder, you can get, right now, 10% off of any of their stuff. If you go to nativesonsgoods.com, you can put in Guitologist 10 to get 10% off That will act as your coupon code. Beautiful strap, I can already tell. I mean, here's the thing about these straps. Here's what makes them so special. If you look at other straps that you may own or have owned in the past, you're probably going to notice that they will do one of two things. Either they will stitch on the leather tongues onto the actual strap, or they will rivet them. But rarely do you see something like this where they've done both. This one has been riveted 4 times, in fact, and stitched all the way around. So that is never going to come off there. I mean, you would have to try to cut that off in order for that to fall off of there. It's not just going to come off. And you can see here also how far down the strap goes onto the tongue. It goes all the way down here, and she's got this thing riveted 4 times, and that is going absolutely nowhere. And you can see just the beautiful hemp backing. This stuff is just really really organic feeling stuff. It's just, you know, it's not real smooth, so it's not going to slide off your shoulder when you put this on. A lot of the straps, the real nice straps, soldier straps, you know, I hate to pick on soldier straps because they have a good product as well, but the thing I don't like about those with the seatbelt backing is that the seat belts are just really slick on the back. And the thing is, if you have a guitar that's prone to neck dive, that stuff can just slip right off your shoulder and the neck will just dive. But with this, you've got a little bit of grip here, so it's not going to slide as easily across your shoulder. But yeah, really super cool. Very nice pattern. You can see it's got a little bit of a sparkle to it, actually. They make another one as well that's not red. That's kind of a it's kind of a silver and gold together, and it just looks really nice. But this is the one I chose because I like the fact that it's got more contrast, and it just looks amazing. This weave that they have chosen here for this is a really good quality of weave that you can just tell how it's been machined. And if you've looked at enough woven guitar straps, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. There are some of these straps are just not very well woven, but this one definitely is. Just beautiful. And then on the other end, you can see how it's made here. Again, 4 rivets and also stitched. So that's not coming off of there, that piece of leather. Metal hardware. Also metal hardware down here on this end, and this is how it's adjustable right through here. That's ingenious if you ask me. I like how she's done that. Fantastic. And again on the other end, once again, stitched and riveted. So that tongue right there, you would have to cut that thing off to get that off of there. And every single bit of this is just made to the extreme highest quality. You're not going to get, I mean, it's like, I don't know what kind of machines she is using to construct these. It would be really cool if she would put out a video. I've asked her, you know, hey, why don't you put out a video, you know, showing how you construct these things, because I think it's absolutely amazing what you're able to pull off. I think she's a bit camera shy, and she doesn't want to do that. But yeah, Brandy, just amazing work. I have to commend you on. Every time I see one of your straps, these things are just top notch. This is absolutely a premium product. You're gonna have a blast giving one of these away as a gift, or opening one yourself if you do get one. And like I said, you can get 10% off because she's a sponsor of this channel if you use that Guitologist 10 coupon code on her website. But yeah, all this stuff I keep, so I'll just throw that in there. And the reason I keep all this packaging and stuff is just because I collect. I don't know why. I have a thing for straps. Okay, here's the second one. I'm not sure what she sent me here, because this is the one that she chose to send me, because she wanted to show me, I think, one of the cloth ones that she's doing, which is a different kind of a weave than that. Wow. And I can already tell, wow, that's amazing. That looks awesome. That looks like a tapestry or something. Again, it's, you know, with the details, like your little thank you card. Just super attention to detail. I mean, look at that. And this is not any kind of faux leather. This is real leather. This is not. She only uses the best stuff. Let's see the way that this is put together. It looks like she's got. Looks like she's got the ends folded over, and you can see that the way this is stitched. This thing is stitched so straight and true. You never see this kind of quality. Like if you buy something from the store, you'll never get anything that is stitched like this. That is just, you know, she obviously is a master seamstress. My wife, she runs a very successful sewing blog online, and she is, I would call her a master seamstress as well. And she has inspected these things, and I agree with her. She has pointed out all the ways in which that these are really high quality, and I 100% agree. But you can see what she's done here on this. She's taken one piece of leather and folded it around, riveted it upon itself 4 times, and then also sewn it. And that's just the straightest sewing job you're probably ever likely to see on leather. You know, through leather, 2 pieces of leather, and also 2 pieces of really thick cloth. She must have an amazing industrial sewing machine to pull that off. I mean, you don't understand how hard that is until you've seen somebody try to do that. That's master workmanship. It really is. But yeah, once again, this is a home run. She's nailed this out of the park. I love the color combination, and actually I think the one that she chose for me is, I think I like this one better even than the one I chose for myself, if I'm honest. This one didn't look as good on the picture for some reason, but it looks amazing in person. Yeah, I think just having these 2 in front of me, I think if I were going to choose now, I would choose probably this one over this one. But wow, man, if I have a heavy Les Paul and I'm on a gig, you can bet that one of these is what I'm going to use. But yeah, guys, if you want one of these, definitely go check them out. It's nativesonsgoods.com, and don't forget that coupon code. All right, y'all, that'll do it for this week's Shitpost Friday. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please hit subscribe down below. Also, hit the bell to receive all notifications. And for now, you all take care.